talking of India, recently Modi had been to France and he announced that India is going to go big time into thorium-based reactors. And now, based on the thorium decay characteristics, and at your time where plutonium was there, what's your take? I mean, which would be better for long-term sustainable energy?
Yeah, you can see ultimately if you see Homi Bhabha's paper in 1955, we made this presentation before Mr. Nehru and then the same presentation, he was the first president of the UN conference on peaceful use of atomic energy. And in both these places, he made this presentation highlighting the 3-stage nuclear power program in India.
Correct.
Because we have modest uranium but vast thorium reserves.
Mosaic.
We have the largest reserves of thorium in the world.
Correct.
So he said, you start the program with natural uranium based pressurized heavy water reactor, and this kind of reactor will generate electricity and produce plutonium as a byproduct. Now plutonium is the best fuel for the fast breeder reactor. So from this plutonium, you combine plutonium with U-238 and use that in a fast breeder reactor using depleted uranium in the blanket. In the blanket, this depleted uranium will absorb neutron and get converted to plutonium. This way you can produce more plutonium than you consume. Now once you have finished all the uranium that you have at your disposal in the blanket area, now you put thorium. Thorium-232, it will absorb one neutron, become thorium-233, 2 beta minus decays, protactinium-233 and U-233. U-233 also does not occur in nature. Now plutonium is the best fuel for fast reactor and U-233 is the best fuel for thermal reactor. U-238 is the best fertile material for fast reactor. Thorium-232 is the best fertile material for thermal reactor. So once you have stockpiled sufficient amount of U-233 from the second stage, in the third stage you go to thorium-232, U-233, self-sustaining fuel cycle. Unfortunately, thorium does not contain any fissile isotope. It has to be used in combination with a fissile isotope. Another thing is, thorium oxide is one of the most stablest oxide. So the back end of the fuel cycle is equally important because you will have to recycle the U-233 along with thorium. Now U-233 is always associated with U-232, which has got very strong gamma emitting daughter products. So you need a lot of automation and heavy shielding for manufacturing the back end of the thorium fuel cycle. So the back end of the thorium fuel cycle, it used to be commercialized anywhere in the world, whereas in the back end of the uranium fuel cycle, it has reached industrial maturity. So okay, we will definitely use thorium, but before that we will have to establish the commercial viability of the thorium fuel cycle, particularly the back end. What our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister showed was discussion was mainly on the Jaitapur nuclear power station, which the CEA is supposed to, these are the European pressurized water reactor, 1650 megawatt capacity. They are the state of the art pressurized water reactor, we call them generation 3+ reactors. Now the whole thing, the land was allotted to them in Jaitapur, in Ratnagiri, that in Maharashtra, in way back in that, I would say 2010 onwards. And the price negotiations are underway. Now I think they are trying to push it, and they said even if it is little bit expensive, go ahead, because Bhabha's very famous quotation, no power is more expensive than no power. Absolutely. That means electricity can be purchased at any power, right, because it has got a multiplying effect. And then these reactors, they have a life of nearly 80 years to 100 years. So if I compare the levelized cost of electricity, that means the total electricity produced in the 100 years and the total cost incurred, then the levelized cost of electricity is perhaps the lowest with the nuclear. Many people are not even aware that the Tarapur Atomic Power Station 1 and 2, they generate electricity at ₹1 per unit, way low, much lower than solar. So if you have a power reactor which is running for 80 years, 100 years, the levelized cost of electricity will come down automatically. Initial capital cost is high, but that will all be made up because of the long life of these reactors. And you see, it is nuclear is the only carbon free option which will give you base load electricity. And as I told you, if you utilize all the natural resources that you have, nuclear alone can meet the energy requirement of the whole world for tens and thousands of years. So that's the reality.